Alright, so since we got all of our testing and tuning done, on the dyno anyway, now it's time to get a barred and chain put in the wood. But per the class rules, since this is the 55 entry, we have to switch it to a 325 chain. Well, our dilemma is these run such a giant clutch that the smallest 325 we can do is a 325 by 9. So hopefully we made enough power that this little guy will run a 325/9 pretty handily. But let me bring you in close. I'll show you exactly the difference between all these. Alright, now factory, these always ran a 3/8. That's a 3/8/7 right there. Most 50 cc's are going to run a 325, which 325 by 7 here, you can see is a little bit smaller diameter. Smaller diameter is going to make the saw feel like it has more torque, like putting a smaller tire on your truck. The gear ratio is better for torque with a smaller sprocket. Some 50 cc's will get away with a 325 by 8. You can see we're a little bit larger now. You can kind of see that 8's just a little bit larger diameter. But like I said, since the splines on this clutch, they're a large spline, same as 3/8. They're so large that neither one of these will fit, and even if they did, the drive links of the chain would be into the sprocket here. So that means we have to run 325 by 9. Get that fitted on there. We'll get a bar and chain to fit because we have to run 325. But I just want to show everybody the other thing. This will probably be our one handicap. Luckily it's only an 8 by 8, but I really think if we could run an 8, we would be ideal. Now if I had more time, I do know they make a 325 by 8 spur on this size. Not a removable rim, but an actual paddle wheel spur sprocket. But that's the price to pay for having such a massive clutch on a little saw. So we'll get this installed, get a bar and chain put on it, and next time you see it, we'll be making some chips. Here we have the P55 timing advance, larger carburetor. Now I do believe the other carb had some sort of governor in it that stopped us from getting all the way up top. So we put a little bit bigger carb, a little bit modified carb, and we advanced the timing 25 thousandths or about 5 degrees. So we'll get this one fired up, we'll get it warmed up, we'll see if we're making any more power. We took another 15 thousandths off the flywheel key, so we'll see what that advance got us. Just want to show one other neat thing with this partner while I'm advancing it for a third time. We can fill her up right here. Don't even have to unbolt it from the dyno. But I just want to share that with you real quick. Alright, for this last run, I threw the air filter on, but we're starting to lose all the threads. So I'm going to have to either swap this cylinder onto a different case or repair these threads real quick. But we do have a run with our air filter that we're going to run. So I'm going to call this one done, other than fixing these threads. And we'll go look at the graphs. So here's what we have on our partner P55. We got our ported runs, 6.04, 3.43. Then we swapped on our bigger carb and did a timing advance. We got 6.32 horse, 3.53, that's this green line. Then we did a little bit more timing advance with the same carb, and that's this gray line here. We got 6.96 horse, 3.61 foot-pounds. Then we did a little bit more timing advance, and where's that? That's the black line. Time advance number 2 was the gray line. Time advance number 3, same carb, more timing, 7.12 horse, 3.66 foot-pounds. That's this black line. And then we went and threw our air filter on it. 6.86 horse, 3.55 foot-pounds. You can see it gives up a little bit. Kind of hard to see in here, but it gives up a little bit, but still almost 7 horse. And this run was done very last, so the saw was super heat soaked. But we'll get this one in the wood soon, and I just want to show everybody where it's at. Almost 7 horse out of an air filtered 55cc saw that wasn't even much over 3.5 stock. So that's a pretty good gain in my book. But let me know what you think. All right, thanks a lot, everyone.